Hello, second grade. We're starting Unit 4, Lesson 2 in Social Studies, and this lesson is titled Rights and Responsible Citizens. So the first thing you want to do, as always, is you want to answer your essential question as best as you can. Your essential question is, what does it mean to be a citizen? What do you think? So write your answer on the lines on the left, and then underneath where it says word hunt, it says find and circle these words: rights, positive, responsible, volunteer, and recycle. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and jump into our lesson.
Lesson 2. Rights and Responsible Citizens. Essential question. What does it mean to be a citizen? What do you think? Guaranteed rights. Later that day, Mrs. Miller taught the students about the guaranteed rights or freedoms of United States citizens. Guaranteed means that no one can take these rights away. Read on to learn about some of these rights. The right to vote means citizens can choose their leaders. The freedom of speech means that citizens are free to say what they think. The freedom of religion means that citizens are free to worship as they choose. Mrs. Miller explained to the students that these guaranteed rights are very important to Americans. Many people come to America because of these freedoms. Quick check. Why are guaranteed rights important to Americans?
All right, our quick check question asks us, why are guaranteed rights important to Americans? We know that guaranteed rights are important because it gives us the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the freedom to vote. Many people come to the United States because they are in search of these freedoms. So what you want to do on page 103 says circle 3 guaranteed rights of United States citizens. So find them on your page and go ahead and circle them. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead on to the next page. Now our next page is titled Responsible Citizenship.
Responsible citizenship. I want to be the best citizen I can be, said Carlos. We do too, exclaimed Carlos's classmates. Mrs. Miller told the class that it is important for citizens to be responsible. Responsible means able to choose between right and wrong. The students talked about how they planned to be responsible citizens. I will show respect towards people and their property by using kind words and actions. I will also help people at school and in my neighborhood. I will be self-reliant. That means that I will be responsible for getting my work done at school. At home, I will do my homework and chores without being asked. I will be a responsible citizen by participating or taking part in Community Cleanup Day. It is patriotic to help in your community. Patriotic means showing respect and love for your country. I will be a responsible citizen by being honest. I will be truthful and fair. Quick check. How will you be a responsible citizen?
All right, now that we've gone through the text on these pages, we are going to follow the directions. And the first thing it asks us on page 104 is to circle the words that describe how responsible citizens act. So a lot of those are going to be the words that are italicized or they're written kind of slanted. So look for those words, circle them, and circle your other clues that are found in the paragraph at the top of page 104 that tells you how responsible citizens act. Once you're done with that, on page 105, you're going to complete that final question, which is very similar to our quick check question. It says, how will you be a responsible citizen? Write your plan on the lines, and then you can either draw or paste a picture of yourself in that area. So take a minute to complete that. And then we're going to move on to our next page. Make sure your handwriting is neat and organized and that it's easy to read, please. And we're going to read about the section called Taking Action.
Taking action. Responsible citizens also make contributions to make our country a better place to live, said Mrs. Miller. A contribution is something a person does to help others. One way citizens can make a positive contribution is by being a volunteer. A volunteer is a person who works for free to help others. How are the volunteers in these pictures helping others? I know another way we can help our community, said Lynn. We can recycle. To recycle means to reuse something. Glass, plastic, and newspapers can be recycled and made into something else. Recycling helps protect our environment. Quick check. What is something you can do to make a positive contribution to your community?
All right, now for this section, we're going to go through, and on page 106, you're going to write a caption for each one of those pictures, and you're going to tell what each one of those responsible citizens are doing to help their community. Once you've written a nice caption for each one of those, we're going to go on to page 107, and you have a couple of questions to answer here. One of them is the same as our quick check question that says, what is another way to make a positive contribution to your community? So you can go ahead and write your complete answer on that line. Please try and use a complete sentence and write neatly. In that box on the top right, it says draw a picture that shows something you can do to make a positive change in your community. So we're going to write out a response, and we're also going to draw a response. And then we're going to answer our last question here on the bottom of page 107. Now that we've gained some additional information, and we're going to see, what does it mean to be a good citizen? Now, once you've completed that and you've written all of your answers neatly, you can go ahead into the quiz for this lesson. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please make sure you're watching all of the extra videos that I posted for you guys. Those are going to be very important and helpful. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, second grade. Take care.